First of all, Daniel James, how is he, and are you expecting him to be playing tomorrow?
Yeah, first of all, he's fine. He's trained well. Obviously, after the terrible news, had to be sort of flexible in everything was on the table, and I spoke to Dan numerous times over the last 10 days or so. So obviously he didn't come to Portugal, but no, he met up with us in to train in Wrexham, and yeah, he's trained well. He went home on Thursday, but no, he's fine. He's in a good place, and he's trained well. So he's assured me that he's ready to play. But yeah, we'll just have to see how we go.
Because not just that, but he's had the transfer business as well, which is in public sort of knowledge now. So how's he cope with that as well? His mind must be in a real spin.
No, he's fine. I mean, he's a level-headed lad. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot that's gone on over the last 10 days, but no, he's been fine in training. Obviously, fine around the group. So yeah, we'll just have to see whether he starts tomorrow. But football-wise, trained really well and been really happy.
Did he miss any of the training because of the Manchester United business?
No, because we had sort of a relaxed day on the Thursday, so that's how we structured the week, where we get the work in early on in the week, and Thursday was just going through a few things, few set pieces. So that Thursday he didn't miss much.
Because you said, didn't you, last week, you'd rather the players' contract stuff is all out of the way. I suppose best laid plans, you never know these things, do you?
No, you don't, and you have to be flexible. You have to be flexible because you don't want things weighing on players' minds. So if you can get things sorted, it's better for us and for the player as well.
And last one on him, good move.
It's not done yet. No, I mean, if it happens, I've said in the past that United are getting a fantastic player, exciting player that I know the Man United fans will get behind and enjoy watching. So fantastic for everyone, I think, for Dan, for Manchester United, and a good deal for Swansea as well.
Right, talk us through the bonus, Ben Davis.
Yeah, it is a bonus. I mean, obviously, I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, and it looked like that he was going to get the op straight after the Champions League final. It's an issue that he's had for probably 9 months or so now, maybe longer, and he just wanted to get it done. The surgeon fell ill, so the operation was put back, and then it was put back again because Ben wanted to be involved in both games. So originally he was involved in the first game. Now he's available for both games.
Oh right, so it's an added bonus then.
It is.
That's excellent. You've sort of been here. You know the heat is searing already, and it's nowhere near kick-off time as it will be tomorrow. What have you done to cope with that and prepare players for that? And what about this venue as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to prepare. Weather wasn't quite like this in Wrexham. But no, we went to Portugal, which was good. So about the same heat. The breeze cooled it down a little bit, so it wasn't quite like this. But yeah, I think with the 3 o'clock kickoff, we've tried to make the right preparations. Give the players as much information about hydrating, which they all know, but it was just a reminder. And no, I mean, just coming around the stadium, obviously it's an old school stadium. It has big history, so it's a challenge. It's always a challenge when you come away together with, we're facing World Cup finalists and a team, with the likes of Modric, perhaps been the best player over the last year or so in the world, maybe longer. So it's it's a challenge both on and off the pitch, but one that we're looking forward to.
And they've never lost here.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, again, a challenge which as coaching staff, as individuals, as players, as a football team, these are the challenges that you want. But we recognise the record that they've got here and the team that they've got. It's a tough ask, but we're a good team as well, and we've prepared well. So we're looking forward to it.
Last couple for me. Joe Allen, 50th cap. Massive achievement. 40th golden cap, as like you are. And will he be captain?
No, he won't be captain. He's a fantastic player though, who just... He's one of them players, as a coach, is just a dream, because you tell him to do something, he does it. Some players, you've got to tell 2 or 3 times, or you've got to show them videos, you've got to go onto the pitch and show them. Joe is just an intelligent player. You know, he'll take the ball anywhere, he'll never shirk responsibility, and fantastic to have around the camp because he's such a good personality. So for me, he's been a dream since I took the job.
And finally from me, have you had a word after the headlines last week with Rabbi McConnell to remind him of his responsibilities, that he's in the spotlight as an international player?
Yeah, I've spoke to Rabbi. I think it was just a misunderstanding. But you have to remind young players that you are in the spotlight, and he is only young. You know, we've got to remember that, and you have got to be whiter than white. So it's something that we spoke about briefly, but now the issue's been dealt with, and we move on. Thank you.
Next.
And then, Ryan, if you had one piece of advice for Dan James going to United, what would it be?
Enjoy it. Yeah, biggest club in the world. Enjoy the challenge. But yeah, I mean, he's potentially going there because of what he's done over the last year or so, especially the last 6 months. So just be yourself. Don't try and be anyone else, and you'll be fine.
On Gareth Bale, obviously a lot of points to prove. What sort of Gareth have you seen in training in the build-up to this game?
He's been brilliant in Portugal. Great to have around. You know, I've said before, when Gareth turns up, he gives a lift. He's been excellent in training, and he's ready. So, like he always is, to play for his country. So, he's been fine, and obviously there's a lot of speculation around him. But when he comes away with us, he forgets all that, and you know, he's with his mates. And no, I've been really pleased with him.
And how's the rest of the squad? Are there any other fitness issues that you're working through at the moment?
No, I mean, we're looking healthy in that respect. Obviously, we're missing a couple of players, but a few players have impressed on that young camp that I had 3 weeks ago. So, yeah, we've added to the squad, and I took 26 to Portugal, and we had a few injuries, a few had to go home, so I just made sure with the 2 games that we had enough players. So, yeah, we look good. We've got a number of players, obviously, over with us, but yeah, because we're not going home, I just wanted to make sure that we covered all bases.
In Croatia. In this part of Croatia, Croatian national team has probably the best support in all of the country. Would that be an additional pressure for you guys? Because you've been here a couple of years ago and you see the stadium and what it looks like when cheering goes on.
Yeah, no, I was talking about that to Chris Mepham on the way here. You know, my experience as a player. You know, the first time I went to Galatasaray away, and we were welcomed at the airport with "Welcome to Hell" and 5,000 fans at the airport. So you do get that, and again, it's a challenge. Of course, the home team are going to try and make it as difficult for the away team as possible. It's what we try and do. You know, when we're playing at home, we want the fans behind us because we know the effect it has on the away team. But our job is to silence that and, you know, turn that into pressure in the home team. We recognise it's a historic stadium. We recognise we're against a very good team, so we're up against it. But we're ready.
What's the main difference between this game and the last game here that you lost 2-0, if I'm not mistaken? What's the main difference?
Well, since then, Croatia got to the World Cup final. Obviously showed the world what a fantastic team they are. They've got individuals, but we're a team that have got players who have obviously done so well in the Euros, and younger players as well, pushing them older players to get into the starting lineup. So for me at the moment, we've got really good competition for places, and even players who don't make the squad can find themselves unlucky. So we're in a good place. Obviously, we're missing, top player like Aaron Ramsey, but that's always the case for international football. You don't get all the players that you want. Thank you.
Yeah, do you want the microphone? Can someone pass the microphone to Alex? We'll take Alex and then one more, and that'll be about 3 questions.
Brian, Ethan Ampadu hasn't played a lot of football. Was he in contention to play in this game, and how's he fitness-wise?
Yeah, he's in contention. He was on the bench for Chelsea, but obviously we've got to be careful. He's not played a lot of football, but I was keen to get him back in the group. He's not been in the last few camps, and he's just such a good player, and also a born leader. So when he comes in the group, you can see him directing even the older players around. So I wanted him in and about the camp. And yeah, we just have to wait and see. Like I said, Chelsea had him on the bench. He's looked good in training, but we've also got to be careful that he hasn't had a lot of football over the last 6 months or so.
And without giving away any great secrets, how do you approach the game tactically? Because with the hot weather, Luka Modric is going to have a lot of the ball. How do you approach it? Because you can't afford to press him too high, I guess. No,
it's like any game. You have to be wary of the opposition's strength, and they've got good individuals. Yeah, you just mentioned Modric, but Kovacic, Kramaric, they've got so many good players. You can't just focus on one player. It was like Slovakia, Hamsik was their standout player, but they've also got other good players as well. So yeah, it's up to our job to stop them, but also to cause them problems as well with the qualities that we've got.
Ryan, it's been a few weeks since the end of the season for a lot of these players. As a player, how do you maintain that sharpness that you're going to need over the next few weeks?
Yeah, it's difficult, and that's why the camp in Portugal was key, really, to get our fitness back, to have that bridge, both fitness-wise and work on a few things tactically. But yeah, it's not easy because Championship players finish on the 5th. I think Matty Smith finished even earlier than that. So, and then you got the Premier League lads, you got the Spanish, well, obviously Gareth. So yeah, it's a balancing act, but yeah, that's why us as a coaching staff and the sports scientist, we've got a job to do. One, players don't need so much, others that need to just try and get that fitness back. But no, we've had a good couple of weeks, and I feel that yeah, we're all up to speed now and in a good place.
Quite a hefty squad, given that you've got another game on Tuesday night. Can we expect much changes over the two games, really? Yeah,
I think we just obviously see how the game goes. But like I touched on Portugal, in the end we took 26 players, and in the end we couldn't get an 11v11 because of players getting knocked. So we had to just be careful. So I just wanted to cover all the stations, really, knowing that we're over here or we're away for 4 or 5 days. So yeah, it's a big squad, and like I said, there'll be a few players missing out the squad that won't be in the 23 that can find themselves unlucky, and it's difficult for me to tell these players, but it's a good place to be as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.